You know what, bro? Harry Connick, being the person he was, he hung with more black people than he did white people.
He did, but still, it's not like you wake up in the morning and be like, "Ooh, I got to get to the church over at the chapel, man." How University Chapel? Harry Connick Jr. is playing.
That's true, but his first album was out and he was on tour, and I mean, he wasn't playing like he wasn't playing the Cap Center. He was playing
the Kennedy Center, bro.
He wasn't playing the Kennedy. He was playing what he got. He said, "Hey, you play Howard Chapel? All right, I'll do that." Jazz it up a little bit. Why did you ask about the chapel?
He mentioned choir. It just made me think of chapel.
Okay.
I think I've been to chapel maybe 3 times. I know once during freshman year at least. Mm-hmm. And after that first time going, it was a little rougher those next weeks. And then
those next years?
Yeah. And I did go also when I crossed, because we had like a call to chapel. So yeah, pretty much. So you can probably say, you can definitely count on one hand how many times I went to chapel.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Well, like I said, Jaleesa talks to her about missing choir practice. And Kim says it's all gonna change. My day planner, she whips out a day planner.
Yeah.
And she swears on that like it's vibranium, like the way
she was on that joint. She was on that joint like minute by minute.
Look at this. I'm going to wake up at 7:15. I'm going to get up I'm going to do this at 7:30.
I had to be reminded. She said she's had 6 classes and the swim team. Now,
6 classes, swim team, choir. First of all, if you're an athlete,
18 hours.
If you're an athlete, I don't know if you have time for all the stuff that you're doing. I really don't.
18 hours. 18
What's the most hours you ever carried?
I don't remember. Maybe, I'm thinking, if I'm thinking over a week's time, I might have 3 classes. If I got 3 classes, I probably got 3 hour-long classes, so that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and probably 15 hours, and probably 2 Tuesday, Thursday classes, which is like an hour and 20, hour 30 minutes, twice a week. So I probably had 2 of those a day. So if there was a 6th class, it was like a PE class or something.
Most I ever carried, well, it happened with me because every year I had a 6-hour design class. But the most I ever carried was 19. So I had,
maybe I did carry 18 hours. I don't know. That sounds like a lot to me.
I had 19 because of what you call is 1 hour, right?
What?
No, what is it?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes are 1 hour.
No, I'm talking about the actual credits. 1 credit. I'm talking about the hours you carry.
I don't remember all that stuff.
Yeah, whatever it was a 1 credit. I had 19. I remember that. And I remember because I was trying to play since I was making I was transferring schools. It's like, I need to get this out of the way because I'm hurt. But it hurt. It hurt. It hurt a lot.
Uh-huh.
Especially even with spring football. Random note. I love the Greg Pruitt poster that sits in the pit. Greg Pruitt is a former running back for the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about?
It always just makes me look and say, what made them put a Greg Pruitt poster in the pit?
Hey, maybe that was probably around that time that Denver kept beating the Browns in playoff games and sending them home. Was that around the time?
It may have been.
Yes, people, the Browns were good at one point in time. Like they were really, really good.
But that wasn't But
that damn John Elway.
That was Ernest Biner. That was Ernest Biner. Biner? But that was Biner, but the Browns were good. That was Ernest Biner.
When he ran through, the ball came out. We all are not going to that Super Bowl.
We go to Colonel Taylor's house. Colonel Taylor is doing a crossword puzzle, listening to jazz, and talking to a black cat named Fluffy when he gets us. I'm not lying. Go to Netflix. That's what he's doing. Mr. Gaines stops by and states that Darnell has returned. So I guess you're back. Colonel Taylor's like, so I guess you're back in the sofa. Nope, she kicked me out.
Yep.
He's talking about how he has to get a hotel and a cheap one since he just paid $375 to get the porch screen. The porch screen because Velma believes mosquitoes carry diphtheria. Was that? I had to get and they're talking and you know Colonel Taylor is like feeling. You can tell he's feeling a little sorry. It's like sorry for him. It's like, look, Vernon, man. If you need to crash, you could crash it. No, I couldn't do that. He says, well, my daughter isn't here. She's staying at a friend's house. You can stay here. I mean, you have to stay on the sofa. That's all I got. I'm okay. He said, I'll take, no, I'm sorry. I'll take you up on it. Man, he had 2 suitcases waiting outside. And
He sure did.
He had a cat in a carrier and 2 damn suitcases sitting outside waiting to be pulled in. And you could tell Colonel Taylor was like, I done messed up. I really have messed up, man. And he looks to the cat and says, you two gonna have to get along. We might be here for a while. Man, the look on Colonel Taylor's face like, Lord Jesus. And what is with Mr. Gaines wearing a beret? Because it's not a hat. Like, if he had one of them, like, hats that I used to look, those tweed caps or something. But that was a beret. Like, what is up with the beret? I just kind of laughed. We go to Kim and Whitley's room. A confident Kim comes in to say, guess who is the queen of organic chemistry? And I really want to say, Kim, you passed the damn quiz. Chill.
Yep.
You passed the quiz.
With her minute-by-minute schedule.
Yeah, like, can you just...
That's good for 18... I would say that's good for an 18, 19-year-old. And, you know, maybe it made sense, but that's a ridiculous schedule.
Yeah. There's just a lot of stuff. Kim talks about all her success, and I owe it all due to my planner. And Whitley's not impressed by that. Freddie then enters and says, it's time for us to watch The Man with Two Heads. And at first, I thought I knew what this movie was, but I got it mixed up with a movie called The Man with Two Brains? No.
Steve Martin? Oh.
There's a movie from 1972 called The Thing with Two Heads, and it's kind of a sci-fi, one of the first sci-fi comedies. A virulent racist has to have his head connected to the body of a black death row inmate played by Rosie Greer, who played for the LA Rams at the time. It is the most insane.
It's a very interesting plot.
That is a very dumbass plot, man. and let me tell you something. There was no CG. And watching them have these two heads next to one another was that's what movie I thought they were. I thought when I heard The Man with Two Heads, I said they did not say that movie. If anybody out there, please go just look up The Thing with Two Heads. It's the dumbest.
I remember The Man with Two Brains because, you know, everybody back then, oh, Steve Martin. Yeah, I'm a wild and crazy guy. Everybody loves Steve Martin. And Steve Martin came out with this movie called The Man with Two Brains. So guess what? Mom and I, we rented it on a Friday night. And she's sitting behind me on the sofa. And I'm sitting up close to the TV. And I don't even remember that woman's name, the actress's name. The Romancing the Stone. What was her name? She was in the movie.
I just know you saw breast.
Yes, I did. And I remember my head was turned. And I was like, don't turn your head, Ryan. Just keep them straight. Just keep it straight, Ryan. That's all I did. Kept my hair just like this. I wanted to turn around to see her face, but I said, nope. Don't know how long this is gonna be on TV. Take it in, Ryan. Take it in.
Oh, but your mom trying to be. I'm gonna be cool. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. He's not. Like, my son's not watching that at all.
Yep, my eyes are closed.
Whitley is complains that she complains to. Wait, no, she complains to. She goes to Jaleesa and complains and say, "Look, I gotta be out of here now." She says Kim is overdoing it, this, that, and the other, and Jaleesa is kind of in her defense, saying, maybe she needs to take some stuff out of her. What you call it?
Isn't this around the time she had another one of those stupid dreams?
It's coming.
Yeah, I know.
And Kim says, maybe you should cut back on choir. I said, maybe you should. You sounded kind of flat today. And there's a part of me wanted to see Jaleesa beat her ass. I'm not gonna lie.
He kind of did. He wanted to see her like. He wanted to at least see her give her that look where Kim looks at her and is like, "Oh, maybe I went too far."
It's like she can't. Ain't no subtle with Kim. When Kim come at you, it's like, God damn. Did you really need to do that?
Oh, now that right there is correct. Kim goes straight. Hey, wherever there is no. Oh, try to, slice and dice.
There's no
get him
snub.
and weaken him. No. We're going straight for the kill.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It kind of reminds me of when I was younger, bruh. Went to church, bruh. It was kind of that Ralph Wiggum. I mean, you know how you and I were.
Mm-hmm.
When we were younger, we grew up on Sesame Street. So, but at some point in time, we looked at Sesame Street almost like a comedy show at some point with characters like Bert, like Bert and Ernie, bro. Ernie and Bert, bro, were comedian. That was like a comedy skit, bro. So one day, bro, second grade, we go to church on Sunday. This is one of the rare times we went to St. Gabriel. And we went to church, so a bunch of people from my class were there, and we were outside after. And I remember, never forget my friend Sherry, man. We were all in a little group, and I said, and I was really thinking about the comedy part, bruh. I was not thinking about saying the alphabet, nothing like that, bruh. I literally just said, "Ooh, did y'all happen to see Bert and Ernie this morning?" And by the time I got Ernie out of my mouth, I'd never forget, bruh. Sherry went, "Ugh, that's for babies." I said, "Oh my gosh." I was like, "Oh,
I feel so bad right now."
I was like, "Oh, that is not what I wanted them to say." And when she said it, bruh, she laughed and cackled, bruh, which made it worse. She said, "Ugh, that's for babies." And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
If she laughed like that, that's painful. If she laughed like that, that's pretty goddamn painful right there.
That hurt, bro.
Yeah, it did, because everything goes in slow motion. Be like, make it stop.
Oh my goodness, bro. I was waiting for this to die off, like, oh, not on a Sunday.
Because you can't run, because if you run, that's going to make it worse. You ran.
Where am I run? So mom and dad would say, "Ryan, where you going? Ryan, where you going?"